Greetings, welcome back to Acadian Comics. I'm your host, James Fondren, and this is Comics Haul 34 Flea Market Smoky Mountain Edition. I'll just say Flea Market Edition. I found just a treasure trove, and I met this guy, and next time I go and do a video, if I'm still in North Carolina, I will add some more information, and I will plug this guy's business because he's got the kind of comics that I like to get. So we're gonna do a lightning round, and I'm gonna go through these. So I picked up an issue number 1 of Spawn issue number 1. So pretty cool. I like being able to have an actual. I have a facsimile of this, so that'll be my reading copy, my study copy, and then this is Spawn issue number 1, my collector's edition, my collector's copy. Then we got the X-Files special edition number 1. Pretty cool. I'm probably going to read this. I love the X-Files. Now this was pretty sweet. So this right here, this is issue 666, Detective Comics featuring Batman. And it's signed by Graham Nolan and Scott Hanna. Then this is the issue where Graham Nolan, who basically co-created Bane, the character Bane, and we get the introduction of Bane as a character in Batman. So really special. It's got both their signatures. I had my eyes on that, and that's a great collector item right there. And we have the Invincible Iron Man, issue number 1, and it's got the photographic cover of Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. I thought that was pretty sweet. It's Invincible Iron Man number 1. This looked cool. This is Orson Scott Card, Ender's Game, the comic, variant edition number 1. Battle School. This was a free Cerebrus comic. So, Cerebrus is like a European artist and European comics. So I might read this. I'm looking forward to checking this out. So free Cerebrus. Unless the title is free Cerebrus. I think the title is just free Cerebrus. Don't know much about Cerebrus. Now this is cool. This is an art book. So it's got art from Jim Lee and Mark Silvestri and others. The Art of Homage Studios. And eventually I'll do my own review of this, just looking through this. But I've flipped through it already. Oh, it's great. It's great. Like, I've had the opportunity to get some really great comic book art and some really great comics over the past several months since I started this channel. And I've just been very fortunate to find like these treasure troves. Then I found this. This is Dynamite preview comic for Highlander. There can be only one. This is, yeah, great movie. That's one cover. Here's another cover from Dynamite Comics, the Highlander. There could be only one. Planet of the Apes. And this, I forget who. This is through Adventure Comics. So Planet of the Apes is trout, and this like flips open and you see, everything else. But like the license gets passed around a lot. So I thought, oh, I'll get the whole set. So this is issue 1, issue 2, issue 3, and issue 4 of the Planet of the Apes Forbidden Zone. The Planet of the Apes. See, it is the. I knew it. Aphrodite. Is it Aphrodite 9 or Aphrodite IX? I never read it, but I knew it was David Finch. I thought, oh man, I got to get this. Top Cow Image. This is issue number 1. This is like the drained version of it. It's all David Finch's pencils. I got to open this real quick so everybody can see this. It's so cool. But I remember seeing this character in Wizard Comics. I mean, I'm sorry, in Wizard Magazine. And I didn't have the access when I was a kid, and I didn't, print it in Canada. David Finch did the cover, but it's all his pencils and inks. Look at that. Like, I'm going to study this. Like, this is so cool. Look at that. Right? I want to study this. Look at this. This is a great look at. You can really see his inking and his hatches, shading. I like the hair, how he's done that. It's so cool. clean, but not clean. And it's got grit, it's got character to it, you know. It's really cool looking. So black and white variant of a Top Cow classic. So, and I have the original in here too somewhere. I have issue number 1, like with the colored version of it. But as a, you know, someone who is like studying art and comic book art, this is a great thing to look at and use. Astonishing X-Men. This is John Cassaday drew this, and you know, here's his. He did the cover, and there's his signature. And John Cassaday passed away, I think in September this year, early, you know, a couple months ago. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to study John Cassaday. I have the dynamite art of John Cassaday at home, so I thought I'll look at this comic too, because I didn't see any of his Marvel stuff. I haven't read any of his Marvel stuff before. So Astonishing X-Men, number 22, variant edition. And this was the Alex Ross Wizard Millennium edition, special publication, and this deserves its own review, and it gets into detail about how Alex Ross does his work, his paintings, and his process. So we'll definitely give this its own review at some point. Xena Warrior Princess. Oh my God, Lucy Lawless. Oh, and this is a foil cover. It's got foil on here. So I picked this up. This is number 1 of Xena Warrior Princess. And I think Hercules, Kevin Sorbo, shows up in this issue too. Then we've got issue number 1 of Brigade. This is Rob Liefeld over at Image Comics. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then you got, here we go, Aphrodite 9 or Aphrodite IX. I don't know. I need to learn about David Finch more, and you know, hear him talk about this, and that way I can stop making a fool of myself when I try to pronounce the name of the book. But pretty cool. And then there's David Finch, Ascension, Image Top Cow book. So cool. Check that out. Just doing David Finch. And then it's The Spy Who Shagged Me, Austin Powers, Dr. Evil. And this is just kind of like a promotional book to talk about the movie, and I remember seeing this in the theater in the 90s. So funny. Austin Powers. All right, next is Married with Children off Broadway. I thought, oh my God, Now Comics, issue number 1, Married with Children. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, they made a Married with Children comic. Incredible, incredible. Next is Marvel's issue 1 in a 2-issue limited series of 2010, the sequel to 2001: A Space Odyssey. And I flipped through, and they really got Roy Schneider and all the characters, like their likeness, and they did a really good job, like in the 80s, of these adaptations, you know, with Raiders of the Lost Ark and Blade Runner. So Marvel was knocking it out with these movie adaptations to comics. And then we got Married with Children, $20.99. Now Comics. Look at Al Bundy. He's got a pop gun. It's funny. And then we have issue number 1 of Xena Warrior Princess again. And this is just the regular cover, but this is a photograph with Lucy Lawless. Oh my goodness. Anyway. And then last but not least, we have another issue number 1, a different variant, I guess, of Aphrodite IX or Aphrodite 9, and I'm embarrassed that I don't really know what the name of it is. I never read this book, but I thought, hey, I need to read it. I need to check it out. So that's it. That is my that is my flea market haul for Comics Haul. I believe 34. And if I'm getting the numbers wrong, I am really sorry. It'll be correct in the title of this video on YouTube when you see it. So if you haven't already, you know, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, so you can hit the bell, right? So you can be notified of new and future videos here at Acadian Comics. So that's all I've got for now, and hopefully I can hit the flea market again, and you know, I'll be keeping up to date with what the new releases are in the comic shop if I'm still around, or go back to New York and back to Queens and Forest Hills, and I can pick up new releases back at home. So that's it for this edition of Comics Haul. Bye for now.